Hello, and welcome back to the Xpert 11 Road to Glory series, where in the last episode, we managed to get a 1-1 draw against Kyoto's Killers, which is a very good result considering they're much stronger than us. However, we are still only 1 point above the relegation zone and really need a win to put beyond all doubt that we'll be staying up this season. Our next match is against Highlanders Athletic, who we are just 1 point ahead of. They are battling against relegation, but if we get a win here today, that'll be very, very good for our season. They are pretty much an opponent that are about on our level, considering the amount of points we've accumulated. Svash Cernica and Cairo Nightboats are the favourites to go down, considering their recent player sales. So Highlanders Athletic are probably going to be the most threatening of the teams we have left. But this is our last home game of the season, so we need to really make this count now after we failed to win our last 2 home games, albeit Shark United and Kyoto's Killers are both stronger sides. We have Cairo Nightboats away on the final day, which should be a team we should also be capable of beating. So we have it in our hands to be able to stay up, but why not try and put it beyond all doubt, beating Highlanders Athletic today. They have the smallest squad in Division 1. They have 13 players now after selling their reserve striker, so that means they have literally no depth whatsoever aside from their first choice 11. That said, we don't really have a lot of depth either. Despite the fact that they are a 3-5-2 primary formation team, the manager does like to throw in a 4-5-1 here and there to try and confuse people and to try and gain the upper hand in the formation battles. Knights have a full strength team for this game. Ray Tataw Eta is back from suspension after he was absent for the Kyoto's Killers game. We still have quite a few players on 2 yellow cards though that could be suspended for the Cairo Nightboats game. However, if we can win today, any suspensions would be absolutely irrelevant and we would definitely stay up beyond all doubt. Well, hopefully if the results go away, that is. Knights line up in a 4-5-1 formation with Ant Connolly in goal. A back four, Pim van der Kruis, Ibrahim Qamara, Aquila Santa Maria and Devin Reilly. In midfield, Pierre Of Hesslink, Azrat Zairi, Ray Tataw Eta, Alvito Roma and Raymond Hargreaves. Up front, Celso Mota. On the bench, Ryan Mulligan, Bapit Kanchanapoom, Y Junior, Leonard Tingstrom and Ian May. Highlanders Athletic meanwhile have Lucas Vaz in goal. A back four of Samarth Tilak, Anders Brynelson, Mats Bjornstad and Duncan Lyons. In midfield, Gasper Godis, Mikey Ballis, Callum Gillette, Roman Vesvoldov and Marco Kissel. Up front, Preben Berggren. On the bench meanwhile, Arne Vidar Brecken and Divino Kinha. Let's go live to the supermassive black hole for our final home game of the season. Knights are in the red and yellow strip playing from left to right. Highlanders are in the changed blue and red strip because their first choice is red obviously. Lucas Bass is their captain. Referee is Seymour of red, skill free harsh as 8. It is worth noting that the All-Stars have already gotten promoted to the top flight after their last results, so that is clear. So the battle now is for the relegation spaces and the second place spots, and with that in mind, Kyoto's Killers are taking on Cairo Nightboats, FK Svash Cernica against Shark United and Steppenwolf Suckers are against the All-Stars, so there shouldn't be too much threat from the teams below us, but can we pick up a win against Highlanders to put it up beyond all doubt? That's a good start here and they're dominating the possession so far. And we've got a card for Highlanders Athletic. Roman Vesvoldov has been yellow carded for handball. 15 minutes played, and Knights have a chance on the breakaway. It's Raymond Hargreaves tries to throw the ball over the keeper, and he scores! Raymond Hargreaves scores inside the 16th minute from Ray Tataw Eta's breakaway and has been disallowed. He was offside. Raymond Hargreaves miles offside there and is just back to 0-0 again. Here's another chance for Knights here. Celso Mota, shot on goal, it's smashing the crossbar. 21 minutes play and it's really annoying that to see. 25 minutes play and another free kick. There was a chance here for the Knights and Pierre Of Hesslink straight on goal. I missed the goal. Lucas Vaz was able to get to it quite comfortably in the end. Nearly 30 minutes gone. It's 0-0 between Knights and Highlanders Athletic, but Knights have completely dominated the game so far. Alvito Roma and smashing the crossbar. So no goals so far, but you get the feeling one might be coming for Knights if we keep up this pressure. Celso Mota has been slightly injured. Ooh, that could be a bit problematic. Free kick for Highlanders, their first chance of the game. And it's straight in goal by Mikey Ballas. And it's taken care of by Ant Connolly. Thank goodness for that. So it'd be a bit annoying if we went behind, having really had all the chances in this first half. Devin Reilly has been yellow carded for unsportsmanlike conduct. 40 minutes played. Knights have another chance here on the breakaway. It's Celso Mota tries to spoil the ball. The keeper! As saved by Lucas Vaz. Well, Lucas Vaz got down right there to save Celso Mota's stinging shot, and that's just half time. Currently 0-0 between Knights of Sardinia and Highlanders Athletic. But Knights have had more possession with 55% of the ball, while they've had 4 chances compared to Highlanders 1. I think it's clear to see which of the two sides are on top here. Hopefully we can make that count though and go on to get the win. In the other matches in the division, Harrow Nightboats are surprisingly leading against Kyoshi's Killers, and that's a real shock in the arm. FK Smash Cernica are 1-0 behind to Shark United, so Shark United looking like the favourites for that second place spot so far. Meanwhile, league leaders the All-Stars are 1-0 up against Steppenwolf Suckers, although the All-Stars are already promoted. 54 minutes played. We can currently 0-0 between Knights and Highlanders, but Knights had a better first half. We've got another chance in the breakaway. It's Devin Reilly! And there's no problems for Lucas Vaz whatsoever. 60 minutes played, and Highlanders have a chance here. It's Vesvoldov! That's a goal! Highlanders Athletic have taken the lead. Roman Vesvoldov has given them the lead. Their superstar man, the 27-year-old, has given Highlanders Athletic a priceless lead. And now, as a result, we are 1-0 down and looking in trouble. Knights have dropped down to 5th place, and with the relegation zone looming in the hand is Azrat Zairi, and he's equalised! Azrat Zairi to the rescue! Probably the most unlikely hero of all time has equalised for Knights of Sardinia, and now we're back into 4th place again. And an injury for Highlanders Athletic, and Samath Tilak has been injured. That is huge for them, because remember, they have no depth, just like us really. So, Arnie Vidar Brecken, a midfielder, is going to come on. So that was the worst possible injury they could have had. Azrat Zairi tries to place the ball around the goalkeeper, and straight at the goalkeeper. Zairi trying to be the unlikely hero to turn this game completely around for Knights. Chip and goal by Ray Tataw Eta. That's the goal! That is the goal that I think might keep us up. Ray Tataw Eta has put Knights of Sardinia back in the lead, but of course Highlanders Athletic are not out of this just yet. We've got another chance here. Celso Mota driving shot on goal! And smashing in the post. 91 minutes played, and that is going to be the end of the game. Knights of Sardinia have done it. After a near relegation scare, we have managed to survive in our first ever season in Division 1. It could have been even better, of course. We could have attempted for automatic promotion. However, a poor run of form in the second half of the season has put paid to that whatsoever. However, we managed to recover from that, and as a result, we have safely secured our place in mid-table. So we still technically mathematically have a chance to the playoffs, but it's a bit of a long shot. Pim van der Kruis was the man of the match for Knights of Sardinia, and Roman Vesvoldov was the man of the match for Highlanders Athletic. So after that, a very, very good win for Knights of Sardinia, because we actually nailed the attacking style and defensive style of our opponents, as well as getting their formation and playmaker correct. So all in all, I'd say we deserve the win. However, they did make it quite awkward for us, considering the fact that their superstar man was not the playmaker, which we decided to mark. So that may explain why they were able to score a goal. Fortunately, I think though the right team won this game, and now, as a result, we have a bit of a conundrum to go into the playoffs. We can technically level ourselves on points with Shark United. However, Shark United need to lose their final league game of the season, and we need to beat Kyra Nightbirds on the final day of the season ourselves. We also need Kyoshi's Killers to not beat FK Svash Cernica in their final game of the season. It's quite a jostle for places in the last day, so we may still have a chance of the playoffs, but realistically, I'd say that our chance of promotion, we blew it a bit some time ago when we dropped points to Svash Cernica and Steppenwolf Suckers in the middle of the season. Had we not done that, we might have still been in contention. Oh well. Here's the next season, when hopefully we can get into the Awesome League top flight for the first time in our history, and finally complete this long, arduous journey that I started many seasons ago, and get this club where I really want them to be. Right, let's see the team of the week. Team of the week is Carlos Bruxales of Shark United in goal. A back four, Hubert Cutting, Shark United. Pim van der Kruis, Natsladania FC. Art Muse, Steppenwolf Suckers. And Marco Vela, Shark United. In midfield, Alan Holyfield, Shark United. Mark Wheatman, Shark United. Wilbur Booms, the All-Stars. And Basil Helmsford, the All-Stars. Up front, Gumundo Ragnarsson, the All-Stars. And Fania Siriaku, Steppenwolf Suckers. Nano 4 got managed of the round for Steppenwolf Suckers as his team actually managed to beat the All-Stars. So, unfortunately, we are no longer the only side to have managed to beat the All-Stars this season. As you can see here, yes, Steppenwolf Suckers won 2-1 against the All-Stars, coming down from 1-0 down to win overall in the end. Shark United are favourites for that playoff spot after they managed to beat FK Svaj Cernica 3-0. Kyoto's Killers were held to a 1-1 draw by struggling Cairo Nightboats, who are still in with a chance of survival. Meanwhile, our result against Highlanders Athletic means that we are now mathematically safe from relegation. 4 points between ourselves and FK Svaj Cernica. Them and Cairo Nightboats are the favourites for the drop. Svaj Cernica play Kyoto's Killers on the final day, while Shark United will be playing Steppenwolf Suckers on the final day. Cairo Nightboats are against us on their final fixture. Highlanders Athletic are playing the All-Stars. So, given the way the fixtures have lined up, you would say that Svaj Cernica and Cairo Nightboats are going to be the favourites for relegation. The All-Stars are already up, so the playoff spot is the main thing that still needs to be decided. As stated before, Knights are still in the chance of the playoffs. However, Shark United have 6 better goal difference than us, so there needs to be a 6-goal swing between the two sides and for Kyoto's Killers to not win against FK Svaj Cernica on the final day of the season. However, we got our main objective done, and so there's a chance we may put a few reserve players out against Cairo Nightboats to try and improve their own DV. You'll see our final DV at the end of the season, but it's looking pretty strong. So, see you next time for the season finale against Cairo Nightboats. Goodbye.